Going live. You're live. Hello, everyone, and welcome to my weekly stream. I am going to be getting into Skyrim momentarily, but I first want to introduce my mostly usual co-hosts. I have Cybernetic Pink Eye, aka Graffin.
Greetings and felicitations.
Thanks, Graffin. And also I am joined by Serena Midori, aka Gab.
Hi, I'm Pony.
She's very pony today. Unfortunately, Alex was not able to join us, and, well, you know, if you know them, be sure to send them all of the love in the world, because it's no less than what they deserve, but they just needed the day off, and that's understandable. We can be a lot to deal with.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to take a few minutes to actually chat, because I actually need to crunch a few things before we actually get started with the games. I know, you came here for the ASMR privilege of listening to me chomp, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, so we were actually even discussing shortly before we got started today. So, well, Gab's been a busy Gab today.
Uh-huh.
I have been a busy Gab. If anybody here is a fan of My Little Pony, and then even more specifically than that, a fan of My Little Pony who lives in Germany and or just the European area who's gone to a very specific convention, Galacon. I am the voice of the mascot, Canny, and because of things, the convention had to be put off until next year, like the original theme that they have. So instead, they decided to do a one-day streaming event called Galacon Online.
Mm-hmm.
And that has been a lot of fun. They had me join on for a couple of their panels. One was a Drawful game, and the other one was Brony Feud, which is Family Feud, but all the surveys were done by bronies, which I have a problem with. One of the questions was list a pony, or name a pony who the fandom considers to be the worst. And in my mind, I thought, like, oh, well, the villains, the ones that we can't stand. No, they were just talking about, like, least favorite ponies, and Applejack was on the list, and I take offense to that.
That's unfortunate.
It was very unfortunate, but it was fine. It was fun. It was a fun time. It's still technically going on. They're finishing with a charity live stream.
See,
I will say I was just gonna say that I'm happy to see that more and more cons are converting to like online alternatives, given the circumstances.
Oh yeah. Especially given that there's a lot of people who sell their art at vendors' halls there. They had a whole they had a whole section of the Discord for vendors, and like they separated them by specific things that they sell. So I actually bought a couple commissions and a plushie.
Oh yeah, like our artist alley makes up a big chunk of income for a lot of artists like who work online and frequent cons. So
so just so that I don't end up losing my thought before this conversation continues. No, that's fine. I want you guys to talk. I just wanted to say the thing with Applejack is upsetting because the show didn't help by characterizing her so poorly at times. Like, she has a good personalization overall, but like, unfortunately, she's not given the same sort of wow factor, and she's even more of a stereotype than the other main six.
Yep.
So, she's been done dirty by the show, not helped by a handful of things, but then also the fandom just decided that they didn't like her, and it's like,
Rude.
Anyway, sorry.
I know next to nothing about the show other than what's been shown to me, although I will say I'm surprised that missing from that list, at which I'm assuming so, was a character that was so controversial that they had to change their in-canon name.
Who?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I forget, unfortunately. It was a Ditzy Doo, I think
Ditzy Doo, yeah.
is the name.
No, man.
Yeah.
And then they tried to appeal to the bronies by naming her that, and then other people who know better were like, don't do that.
Yeah, maybe not so much.
And it's unfortunate. Like, again, I even just finished watching Jenny Nicholson's video on the subject of bronies and My Little Pony and all of that. I did not know for a while, because I knew... Okay, I've been watching her videos for, like, her general essays stuff and stuff that she talks about, the stuff that she kind of breaks down. I did not know that she was basically the voices in My Little Pony Friendship is Witchcraft until she mentioned it in that video, and I just had this, like, fucking 10-year gap of time suddenly connect as I realized that these two were the same person.
Yeah.
Because I'd only come to watch her videos like in the last couple of years or so versus like a decade ago when she was actively making that. And it's like, okay, how do I reconcile these things? All right, okay. But it is I remember being technically kind of an active fan. Like, I wasn't actively in the fandom for some good reasons. But I was enjoying the show until the people who realized that they could make a lot of money off of grown man children that are not where you want to be investing your interest in if you are making a show that is geared at kids.
Yep.
And I'm not saying that you have to make a show geared at kids dumbed down. You don't have to mollify things. You don't have to make things, super, put the gloves on kind of thing. That's one of the things that I liked about the first couple of seasons of My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic, is that it actually didn't exactly pull its punches. It was still age appropriate, but you still also had action sequences. You still had, combat. You still had these characters facing problems that, would be reasonable for someone their age to actually address. But then the fandom got so big and so prolific that they were like, this is how we can make money. Let's cater to these people who are making money and are using it as disposable income.
I mean, that's just it. If the internet has taught me anything, it's that the intended audience for any modern cartoon will never be the audience that popularizes it.
Yeah, but see, when Justice League, whatever it was, or like it was a Green Arrow, whatever show it was, got popular with girls, they canceled it.
Oh, you mean Teen Titans?
No. Well, Teen Titans a little bit, but no, there was a show that I think it was like Young Justice League or something.
Yeah.
Young Justice League, and it became really, really popular with a girl audience, and because that's not where they want to focus their merchandising, they actually canceled the series because they're like, well, we can't sell to girls.
Yeah.
And it's like, or maybe you could sell to girls. I don't know. But that's not how they work demographically. They have their set rules about what you sell to demographically, and they don't want to step outside of that. However, if you get something that is originally marketed to girls that becomes popular with boys, suddenly that's actually the opportunity to just switch it over to market to the boys. But there's no sexism, right?
I would also say that's on the people, like the different companies themselves, but I also completely get it.
Well, like, that's just it. That's like, I mean, I get what you're saying too. You're not wrong. But the fact that this is a universal thing, that was only one example. There are a lot of examples of shows that become popular with the quote-unquote wrong demographic. But usually when something becomes popular with boys that was originally targeted towards girls or women, they tend to embrace that. They tend to incorporate that into the show with whatever media is being introduced. But when something becomes popular with women, they don't know what to think about that because, again, it comes down to a male as an assumed default versus female being the thing that's like this weird, mysterious other that you can't quite figure out.
Which is ironic, considering genetically speaking, it's the other way around.
Well, it's almost like these social paradigms are bullshit anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
The fandom nowadays needs to die, and happier times too. But like, well, the show is gone now. It's finished, thankfully. BronyCon had its last BronyCon, and the fandom will probably continue on for some time. I mean, as evidenced by GalaCon. Yeah. But like, at least they're not going to
not dead by any means.
I mean, that's just it. If another thing I've learned from series from my era, like Invader Zim, the fandoms never let go. Even after something is long since dead, even after the creators explicitly say something is long since dead, the fandom never shuts the fuck up about it. And that's why I don't consider myself to be an active member of any sort of fandom. I just casually enjoy what I enjoy and avoid any actual fandom interaction like the plague. Like this plague.
I mean, I would hazard to say that it's not a bad thing if a fandom continues on past the point of its content. I think that there's something to be said when a fan base is toxic, hyperactive, uncontrollable, and abusive to people. Like, there's something to be said that they need to stop, but I don't think fandom in general, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Though I am on the same page as you in that I tend to like something and I keep it to myself and to my friends and don't actively go out to seek people in the fandom because of situations like that.
Oh yeah, and I completely agree, but that's the other part of it, because oftentimes, especially nowadays with the internet being what it is, like oftentimes I hear, oh, such and such fandom is so toxic, I steer clear of it. And it's like, that's literally every fandom. Every fandom has, you know, like pockets of people who take things like way too fucking far, and because of that, that becomes in the public eye representative of the fandom as a whole.
Yeah,
and oftentimes it becomes a sort of self-fulfilling prophecy in that regard.
The thing is that I think that fandom used to be something that was actually something that united people, and this was before the advent of the internet. When all you had was conventions that you go to, when all you had were fanzines and things along those lines, it was a lot easier to enjoy the product in your own way, but occasionally connect with other people who enjoyed that content. And then you had web rings for a while in the early days of the internet, where again, it was largely self-contained. You generally ran in whatever circles it was that you ran in, and you didn't connect to the fandom at large. Nowadays, with the internet being so prolific, with social media being so prolific, with being exposed to everyone who might even have a passing interest in whatever fandom you're a part of, you constantly butt heads with people who disagree, who insist that their canon and their personal interest and their personal interpretation of the story is the only canon one. And you get people who because it can be a very personal thing. I'll say that much. You can enjoy a thing and it will be very personal to you. It can be so close to your heart that this character get acknowledged. I know that I've had that a few times for me, that just on a personal level, even if I acknowledge the flaws in the character, I still need that character. Like, that's my emotional support character, sir. Thank you very much. I'm just going to take that and run off into the distance. But nowadays, people are so adamant that they're the right ones that they will tell you that character that you love is trash, and they'll attack you for that. Or, this is the only canon, or we hate the author, so we hate this. I mean, I'll say some instance of that is just fine, for example. Rowling! But a lot of people, like, they're like, no, the canon doesn't work because I don't like what the author said, I don't like what the canon does, so I'm going to make up my own version of it. I don't care about the ending to this comic, I don't care about the ending to this game, I'm going to make my own version of it, and that's that.
Yeah.
People have become so possessive of fandoms, despite them being far more universal and widespread than they used to be, that it becomes this toxic, mired mess where we become so agitated by our proximity to one another that it just inevitably means taking something that is personal and bumping it against something that's personal for someone else, and they're coming into conflict, and the conflict builds on itself. It snowballs. And I did try. I've actually taken very much the opinion of, if I like something, I like it for me, and I don't really want to connect to any fandom at large anymore. The last time I did, they ended up eventually accusing my favorite character of being a terrorist, condemning him flat out for his choices, even though his choices are very clearly outlined in the game, and why they happen, you just have to, like, actually talk with NPCs every once in a while. But of course, a lot of the true gamers didn't have time to talk. They had time to fight, and that's all they wanted to do, and it was a bad game anyway, etc. But
it helped that the devs ended up taking up that interpretation themselves in later games.
Yeah, but that's an argument for another day. Bringing it back to ponies, which is already a volatile enough subject anyway.
Any subject on these streams is a volatile subject. Let's not kid ourselves.
Well, when you get at least two highly opinionated individuals like you and myself, and then you throw in Gab for good measure, it's probably gonna happen.
Yeah.
Flaws in a character.
Well, I have no controversial opinions about ponies other than I've enjoyed the show and the people around it, so... Shrugs.
That's
I mean,
controversial.
is a vague statement. It could, I mean, there's a lot of like interpretations of what is and isn't controversial. I mean, just ask Jim Sterling.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I love how Jim Sterling has literally accurately predicted every last thing that has happened in gaming.
Yeah.
And people keep telling him, no, you're wrong about this, and that he predicted all sorts of shit that keeps happening.
No, but keep your politics out of my games, though.
Uh-huh.
Anyway. We have a video game to play, I believe. Or rather, you have a video game to play.
I would like to add Phoenix Rising. I am not part of those fandoms.
Yeah.
Yes, I have a game to play. I want to finish my cookie.
That's fair. I mean, depends on the size of the cookie.
It's pretty big.
Ah.
Like, it's not a tiny little half-baked thing. It's a nice big soft cookie.
I literally cannot remember the last time I had a cookie.
It depends on the size of your Hubers.
Yeah. I mean, and now I'm just sad.
Well, you have donuts to console yourself with, so...
God. That's true.
I mean, if you wanted to, you can just make me feel sad by going to Voodoo Donuts, because fuck you.
I mean, that's just it. I think the last time I had a donut was when you were here.
But, yeah. No, I kind of want a cookie. Cookie is more fun thing to discuss. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
However, we're going to move on to Skyrim now, because I have finished the cookie.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we will have more than our fair share of salt to vent about Skyrim itself, I'm sure.
Undoubtedly. Now, I'm going to be pulling up the game, obviously, and there's going to be probably some fuckery as I try to get that all settled, actually. But you'll probably notice on screen that there is, like I've been pointing out the last couple of times, there is the coffee.com/mlorelei link if you want to support what I'm doing, if you like what I'm doing, if you like the fact that I'm taking so much time to chat about ponies before getting into Skyrim, because things aren't confusing enough right now. You can always go there, because you can also still do super chats. Like, I'm not going to object if that's the way that you want to do things, because it can also be easier and more convenient. I think that I actually get a bigger percentage, a bigger cut of whatever is sent to the coffee.com account versus the YouTube. However, like I said, any way that you want to support me, it makes... I know everyone says this. It makes a huge difference. It really does. You know, a lot of the things that I've been personally struggling with, speaking apparently, the last, for this year, like everyone has been suffering with, but even just on the individual basis, I've only been able to keep doing the stuff that I have been doing, even the streaming and things like that, because of that support. I actually have, for those of you who have been patiently supporting and waiting for new content, I have a new video that's coming out tomorrow. And I hope that you guys enjoy it, although I hope you don't enjoy it too much, because it's a rather heavy topic.
Yeah.
One that I have, you know, discussed on stream before, too. And also, hello, Shikarian. Thank you again, by the way, for your contribution. Speaking of coffee and contributions and everything, just thank you so much, Shikarian. I'm not going to get into it, not live on stream unless you want to, but, like, thank you the fuck. That was astounding. Thank you. I think I last left off in your Vasker, if I recall correctly. But yeah, I just in terms of fandom, I agree very much with the consensus of don't get involved with the larger fandom. Just don't. Find people, maybe like those little pockets of folks that you agree with, folks that are not going to be toxic. Like, don't put yourself in a bubble, but at the same time, try to be careful about engaging with, you know, the bigger issues. And you were just going to say, Gab, I'm sorry?
No, you're fine. I was just going to say the best advice I could give to anybody who wants to participate in fandom is you can go out and participate in fandom and talk to people to meet new people, but do not assume that just because you're all in the same fandom that everybody believes in the same things.
Yeah.
Like, once you get past that point, you can recognize that just because you both think, like, oh, this is best character, doesn't mean you both think that, like, you know, trans people deserve rights, as an example.
Mm-hmm. Talk about the things that you know are just...
There are some people out there like that.
God.
So.
And I have my own fucking like grievances against like even simple phrasing like, you know, best boy or best girl, because I feel a lot of people use that sort of as an excuse to just look skeezily at specific characters, like especially if the characters happen to be underage.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Also, thank you very much, Alex. It might have in fact been absorbed, but you know, it's all right that you're not able to join us today. I'm glad that you even just dropped by the stream. And also,
Yeah.
I love you. We stand Loreley. Oh, you guys are sweet.
Oh, we stan.
Yes.
I'm in the Loreley fandom.
Also, is the stream buffering?
Let me see. It looks like it's going to me. I see you currently paused with the cursor over the items.
Okay, because it's giving me error. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering.
Ah, yes.
Rude.
I'm only getting a
see it.
buffering screen on my end.
Yeah, I experience constant cognitive buffering.
Yeah, but, you know, that's still technically... What was I doing?
That's not YouTube's fault.
What was I doing? Retrieve the fragment of Wuthrad. Last night I'm going to retrieve a fragment of Wuthrad.
Wuthrad.
What is that? What am I
It's a
doing?
weapon.
Ah! I'm gonna dig. By the way, so I actually just realized that now what we've got with the... I'm carrying to... I picked up a flower!
Lore.
Don't eat it.
I picked up a flower and it's too much to move.
Actually,
Oh.
at this point, you might want to eat it to make sure you have room in your inventory.
Quick, eat the flower so you can move.
I'm gonna eat something
For it
else.
to gain its power.
I'm gonna eat a garlic, is what I'm gonna do.
I mean, that's always a good option.
Alright.
If
Jesus
you had the choice, would you eat a flower or eat a whole clove of garlic?
I mean, you know the answer.
I almost just tried again to pick up. The temptation is. Where am I in this map?
Okay, why do you have so much... Okay, do you want me to help you unload your inventory, Lore?
Where is my house? That's where I want to go first.
Well, I could direct you to your house.
I know how to get. Okay. That's where I want to go.
I mean, we've established that calculating the direction to your house is easy enough. Just look in the direction where your child does not want to go and yet goes regardless.
Anyway, what's your suggestion there, Gabula?
Well, it sounds like you have a lot of things in your inventory. You could probably leave those in your home or sell them to any of the merchants in town.
Yes. No, the problem is I have a lot of things in my... I mean, I do, to an extent, but I have been trying to sell things to folks in town. It's just that, unfortunately, I have also 0 weight capacity, which is one of the first things that I ever did in this game for modding it ages ago, was to remove a weight limit.
You want to know how to increase your capacity?
Yeah?
Leveling up your stamina.
Yeah, I know. Just because I don't wanna. Anyway, yeah, I do know. I do know.
You have so many weapons!
Yeah, I know.
Weapons and armor. Weapons and armor. Like, if you can drop some off at home or sell them, I would say, like, those are the first things you should maybe have, like, only, like, 1 or 2 weapons that you use a lot of, and then, like, 1 set of armor. If you... I don't even think you wear armor, do you?
Not really, no. I do have things that I want to sell and break down. I'm gonna have to find the alchemy table that I want to. I'm gonna sell these.
There is
2
one
things.
in the Jarl's place.
Yeah.
The Jarl's Longhouse.
So I've taken out a huge chunk of the weight that I needed to get rid of.
There you go.
I do put things regularly in my house, and that actually ties back into what I was going to mention with the mansion, is that we have effectively turned that mansion into our breeze home, didn't we?
Pretty much.
Oh, hi! I did not expect to see you, daughter. Okay, hi,
I
daughter.
mean, she has a house now. She's gonna stay in it.
Not always. But anyway, let's see. Alright, let's
True.
not eat everything that we have. Make sure I'm on the R and not the E.
E is for eat.
Yeah, I know. Thank you. I'm still not over the time that I ate the fucking heart.
E is for select Markiplier memes.
Hey,
E.
Yes.
by the way,
Mm-hmm.
human flesh. Do I want to keep that on me as a werewolf, or what do I want to do?
Oh, by the way, human flesh.
Well, okay, so actually, I am not sure that eating the ingredient human flesh is the same as feeding as a werewolf. I actually have mods. The vampire I was playing, I have mods that it recognized human hearts and human flesh as the same as feeding or drinking blood, because she was also a cannibal. So I know that that was modded, so I can tell you that base Skyrim probably doesn't do that.
So should I just store the
Scrolls that actually end up weighing a lot too, unless you use them a lot. Books can end up weighing like 1 each. You can drop all those off if you're not actively using them.
half a pound? Yeah.
Potions too can start to add up. You really just want to keep the important potions that you use a lot of. In my case, I usually just sell scrolls. I have never really used scrolls. Like, they're very valuable, which helps with selling them, but like, I just never need them
I
because I'm
wanna
usually learning the spells.
I do want to sell potions. I think for now I'm just going to store them.
Yeah, for now the best thing, if you're not like aching for money for things, just store everything and then you can come back and decide what you don't want. I mean, because you have a house. In my case, I didn't have a house for a while, so I was actually really trying to sell things. But you have Breeze Home. You don't have to worry about that. Just put it all in the chest.
Store that for now. Don't need to worry about that. Stamina, I don't need to worry about that. Resisting is good, but I think I'm going to Potion of the Berserker. I don't need to worry about Skirmisher's post. I'm gonna store the skooma.
Store the drugs.
And weak magicka drains the target's magicka by 30 points. That's good and useful, but I'm going to reduce some of my weight here. What do I want to store? I don't need to keep the fine boots on me, I don't think. Yeah, no, I'd like
Yeah, clothing is not as useful.
Cat, please. Why do I have... Oh, these are things I wanted to sell. I'm going to just drop them off here for now. If I need to sell stuff later, I'll do that. But iron gauntlets of minor alchemy, I'll toss that aside. Gold necklace, again, I'll sell these things later. I don't want to necessarily do that on stream. It's like on the one hand, I want to keep the fucking crown because, you know, crowned. But it's 2 whole fucking pounds there, I guess.
I mean, here's the question. Does it do anything?
No, it's
It doesn't
purely...
do anything yet. You can enchant it to do something.
Yeah.
Then yeet that sucker.
I want to keep this around for aesthetic reasons.
But you're wearing the minor destruction circlet too.
Yeah. That's what I'm wearing right now, and I'm holding on to that. I don't...
Vampire armor with the boob window.
Again, I mean, it'd be one thing if it were even just like the singular boob window, but it's 2 boob hammocks.
Boob hammocks.
Boom hammocks.
It's just baskets.
I'm gonna just drop that in there for now. But yeah, I am tired of running out of space for shit. And alright,
Yep.
I'm gonna put
Understandable.
the soul gems in here. I don't think I need to hold on to these right now, especially because I'm not doing a lot to dump them. I'm not doing anything with them as of yet. So that has freed up about 80 pounds from my inventory. I said I'm not doing much and not everything. Hi, Undine. You're spending time with some good people. Okay, well.
Yeah, just
it
some
is...
chill conversation in the chat.
Yeah. Oh, God!
What did you do now?
I did not expect to see Lydia here.
Why?
You turn around, you just hear Lydia, I've been waiting for you.
You'd think you would have learned by now. She is your shadow.
Give me some stuff. I'm trying to take your things, not make you carry things.
Mommy, will Auntie Lydia be joining us for dinner again?
Take. And, take. You've got a lot of Falmer stuff there. I guess I don't mind you keeping that. Amulet
She
of
can also hold on to some of your stuff, too. If you run out of space, you can have her hold it.
Yeah.
Was one of those called, like, Mace of Fatigue?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, among other things, I'm sure fatigue is one of the symptoms that will follow a good macing.
I was just thinking that, like, I have my player character for my brother's game where she literally used a club to knock out a guard. She rolled a natural 20, and she's just like, he's sleeping.
It's like the flail of mildly loose teeth. Like, what the fuck?
So, do we want to talk about what happened as of this last session while we're here?
Where to begin?
Exactly.
Go for it.
Well, let's see. I'm trying to think, too. Because it was this last one that we actually finally discovered the body.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Well, a body.
Yeah, a body. Which, again,
One of
does
their
not...
classmates was killed, and they finally... Well, like, okay, so technically the murder happened the night before, and they didn't discover the body until, like, midday.
We were kind of busy breaking free a goddess from confinement and also trying to
Understandable.
recover from shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, they only discovered it, quote-unquote, today, but the best part is, okay, what am I doing? That's a good
What are you
fucking
doing?
question. Don't worry about it. Anyway, and it was their classmate Rachel, and the thing is, as it turns out, as evidenced by the markings on her chest, this is the same killer that went after Ophelia's brother 2 years ago.
It's good times all around.
Oh yeah. Nah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, so it was Jess who went out to try and look for her and found her in her own Monokuma brand Pepto-Bismol.
Oh no, it was bright red.
It was dark red. The blood was dried by that point.
True. So disenchant, that would be when I take something. Okay. So
Yeah,
I'm
you
going
destroy
to
something to get the enchantment off of it, so then you learn it and can enchant anything else after that.
damage and then binding. I think I want to take that and learn how to do that. Okay.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
A little bit of this and a little bit of that. But yeah, this last session was trying to, like, actually a good chunk of it was spent. So, okay, someone in our party recently finished reading through the Book of Exalted Deeds. And if you know what that does, it is a tremendous boost. And he was given the option to actually pass off the benefits to the rest of the team, which he did. So now the entire team has a couple of... There's a minor benefit and a major benefit. And that included, for my character, for example, she took a 2nd level spell and a 6th level spell as her benefits. And those happen to be Zone of Truth and Chain Lightning! Which I have yet to use. But yeah, no, that's gonna be... Let me into Skyrim. Let me out of Skyrim. Let me into Skyrim. It's going to be interesting, especially once she eventually takes another level in Sorcerer, because that's 6th level, which means Elemental Affinity, because she's got, well, the person empowering her magic on the Sorcerer side of things has Elemental Affinity with Lightning. So Chain Lightning is going to have an automatic, because I think it's 10d8 damage, or no, is it 4? Yeah, wait, I'd have to double check. I think it's 10d8 damage with an automatic +5 because it takes your charisma, your spell casting, but it's charisma modifier, and turns that into, like, each one as a point of damage added to whatever damage you would normally do. So by default, it's going to be the number, like, the minimum that she's going to roll in terms of damage is going to be a 15. So,
Yup.
15 damage for up to 4 people at a time. because that's the nature of chain lightning, is it affects it. Okay, I'm trying to figure out where I need to go on this map too. Cleared that. So I'm looking forward to being able to implement that. But that's going to be an interesting thing. But yeah, one of the other people in the party, they took resurrection, or at least some kind of resurrection as their
Yeah, it was resurrection.
Resurrection as a 7th level spell. And of course, on recognizing that, someone has died, immediately went to task resurrecting the person who died. So they were actually able to bring her back to life, which was helped by the fact that she had a ring of mind. I am good at talking today. Mind shielding. There we go. Which one of the properties is that if the wearer dies while attuned to it, their soul will actually get caught in the ring and can be possibly moved into something else if they find a way to be able to do that. But basically it gets stored, so the soul didn't have to go too far, thankfully. And so they were able to bring back their classmate. Yay!
Yeah.
Unfortunately, classmate did not actually see who it was, but now Ophelia is re-traumatized.
Hooray!
Well, I mean, when isn't she?
Yeah, there seems to be a lot that's traumatizing her, like, classmates deciding to pretend or feign suicide, only to make a fucking point, I guess.
To be fair, he feigned murder, not suicide.
Yeah, not better. I hope you see why that's not better. Come here, butterfly. Come here. Okay, fine.
I mean, didn't we just get through with you clearing up your inventory? You could fill it up with butterflies again.
Yes. Wouldn't you? If you had the opportunity to... It's butterfly wings, by the way. It's not butterflies.
I mean, considering...
I don't take the whole butterfly.
I just tear it in half and then take those wings.
Unless I'm hungry, probably not.
Gimme, 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 gimme! No, I missed it. Wait, no, there it is. There it is. Come here. Come here.
See, now I just got this. That kind of makes it worse, actually. I just got the image of your character just catching a butterfly, just ripping the wings off, leaving the torso to thrive on the ground and walking away.
Thrive?
Yeah,
just
writhe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Takes the wings off a butterfly. I'm living my best life.
Oh, I feel young again. I'm like a caterpillar.
But,
I'm reliving my childhood.
Oh,
we're the worst.
I mean, not gonna say it anyway. Our party then proceeded to tell, like, they were actually in the process of telling everyone, all of their classmates anyway, about, yeah, by the way, magic is real, and since it's dangerous, we wanted to warn you so that you don't, donger blast yourself.
yeah. BT Dub's not dead. Okay, thanks, bye.
Yeah, that didn't exactly go over very well with the person who the character who feigned his own murder was crushing on.
Yeah.
He was kind of like, why did you do that?
Yeah. Well, I mean, eventually they started touching base on that, which I will say, all things considered, went a lot smoother than expected.
That's what you think.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it went smoother than expected. That doesn't necessarily mean it went smoothly, just that it went smoother than expected.
Yeah.
Alright.
At the very least, y'all have more to worry about soon.
Oh yeah, we've already got more to worry about.
God, our gays are dumb. I love it.
They really
Gays
are.
dumb. It's a requirement to be gay and dumb in this game.
I
Like-
mean,
At least one of the two.
At least. And that's just it.
Some of them are both.
Yeah. they usually are.
Which is hilarious because these are also two of the smartest people in the class.
Yeah.
Hello, good day. Hello, Zach, good to see ya.
Hello.
Hello.
Anyway,
Hi,
So-
I'm Griffin.
yes.
Yes. I too am Carl. We are all Carl.
Oh my god. Anyway, So just as they get through, explaining classmates, oh yeah, magic's real. Also, classmate died, but she got better. Suddenly there was, I think it was Tycho came back and was like, yeah, I saw someone mysterious over in the forest, so maybe we should check that out. Or something seemed really, weird or awkward or whatever it was. And so the team was like, all right, let's go to the forest. This might be something that we need to look into because there appears to be a murderer on the loose, and also Jess's dad, Harris, is on the loose.
What a coincidence!
What a coincidence! And as they get, I think they were already in the forest because they're in the mansion, but still, as they went to another part of the forest, they ended up hearing screaming. And they found Ophelia's mom being attacked by a motherfucking giant demon dog thing.
Yup.
And there was another figure running off into the forest. So, Split Party took care of the demon dog really fast, but mostly because Demon Dog decided to piss off Scout by frightening Ophelia.
And so he sent him to another dimension.
He literally just cast banishment. I love it.
He's just like, alright, we're not wasting time with this shit. You're just gone now.
Just yeeted him to the astral plane.
And so now,
Blocked.
Ophelia's mom, Trudy, who is a goddamn fucking flirt, even more so than Ophelia is, knows about magic. Has been introduced to that, especially because, her daughter showed up with giant butterfly wings.
Uh-huh.
And was
Bit
flying.
of a tip-off.
Yeah, a little bit. So that has been something of a dead giveaway of, I'm heading in the wrong direction. That has been a dead giveaway to her that, shit's fucked. Just realized I should probably have my weapon out if I'm wandering around out
Well,
in
ever since the
Skyrim.
conference at the mansion, one could say that everybody knows shit's fucked.
Well, most of the adults do not.
I got it.
Yeah, I see you, Gab.
What?
Everybody
Song
knows
reference.
shit's fucked. Ding,
Yep.
ding.
Oh.
Sorry.
See, sorry, I don't catch up with the references made by you kids these days.
It's okay.
I mean, you say that, and yet you're more aware of memes than I am.
I'm not, actually.
You
It's
really
a select
are.
type of memes. Come on.
Yeah.
We all have our different memes.
I suppose.
Yeah, but I will say Griffin seems to be more up on the... See an elk charging at me. Anyway. More on the, more up to date on the memes that are hip with the kids. That's a giant!
I would argue that I am more, well-versed in the stale memes.
You would argue, wouldn't you?
Yes, I would. That's one of my defining features, arguing.
Yeah?
I'm a rant-sona. What else do you expect?
You are a
Damn
rant
true.
son. You don't just have one, you are one.
You
I
are one.
exist purely in 2 dimensions.
So then they went on to chase the figure
Okay.
further into the forest, which Jess was at the forefront, and yes, as it turned out, it was, in fact, Murder Dad, who is a piece of shit who shot his daughter in the face.
Mm-hmm.
And he had some of his henchmen. And why is there a dead body here? Did I already kill this person? Is that what the... Yeah, I think that was...
Skyrim.
Terrible for ADHD. Anyway, I'm gonna save real quick, actually. Just because...
But yeah, all of a sudden, a bunch of discount Kiryus popped out of the woodwork, literally, and started attacking.
And for some
Yeah,
reason...
that didn't last long.
Didn't last long, especially because... So, first of all, there were some cutscene moments in there that were actually really, really cool for Jess, because
Hell yeah.
she finally got to get some emotional resolution with her piece of shit dad.
Mm-hmm.
Including being able to kind of get over, or not get over, but be able to get past a certain, depression that she's been dealing with in terms of feeling like she's very limited in what she's able to do, and then finally embracing the power of friendship and all of that.
Yeah.
She had a really cool Sakura from Naruto moment where he had grabbed her by the ponytail, and instead of staying there, she cut off her hair with a knife.
Mm.
Yeah. So, Jess is a badass.
I
But
love
then
her.
I mean, we've been new.
We've been new. I will say I also love that Ophelia who is re-traumatized by having someone, you know, murdered bearing the mark of the person that attacked her brother, and having watched her mother just get attacked. She was having
high alert.
She was on high alert. She was pissed off, and she has reason to believe. What are you yelling at? What are you? Oh, it's one of those.
It's on the day of the week for me.
It's a spider.
It's a spoder.
You are motherfucker.
Is this fucking thing again? Oh, good. No, don't you fucking poison me.
There's something very, I don't know, just like amusing about a water walking sideways, a spider walking sideways through a running river. I mean, first of all, what is physics? Second of all, yes, it is in fact crab.
Anyway, so Ophelia, yes, fucking spider thing. This thing actually killed me before, so I'm glad to see that I'm at least strong enough to take this fucker down now. Anyway, so Ophelia arrives on the scene, flies into position, and unleashes a lightning bolt, which she criticaled on. And took the shit out of 2 henchmen immediately, and damaged Harris down to 10 HP. Jess, then, on her turn, decided to show her contempt for the man by kicking him in the face and doing her declarative statement about, you know, not being confined by who her parents are. And turned out to do exactly 10 HP damage, knocking him out instantly.
Just enough non-lethal to knock him the fuck out.
Uh-huh.
I mean...
And then Ophelia went over with her metal-plated boots and went to go kick him in the head because she was intending on killing him.
Mm-hmm.
Just stopped her, though.
Yeah.
But we left off on that with Ophelia, you know, actually sobbing because, you know, she's in a bad place right now.
A bit.
A little bit. But yeah, so that's where we left off there, and, you know, there's gonna be some fallout from all of that, and also there's, well, at least hopefully they have dealt with the killer at hand by putting Harris away. Even though on a meta level, technically we've already had it spoiled by the DM that it wasn't him.
I know, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, I won't even say that, even after taking care of that, Owen would probably not be 100% convinced. Like, he would be happy the fucker's put away, but he would also want to be on the cautious side of things, making sure that they have all their bases covered, especially since they never actually had a confession.
Exactly.
There's a cutscene.
Nutmeg, this is not your stream.
This isn't about you.
Nutmeg, wanna say hi? So you're gonna yell at me from across the room, but when I ask you to say something when you're this close to me, you're just gonna ignore me? Yeah, that's about right.
I'm not going. Don't yell at me. I just want to talk with her. What was that all about?
I thought I was some other Red Guard woman. They just wouldn't leave me alone. I hope they get lost.
That's a mean thing to wish on someone. Okay, that's fair. But anyway. No, I don't. I'm walking past you. That doesn't mean I want to talk to you. Fuck off. But yeah, no, like at the end, like so it was asked, so was Harris the killer? And immediately Gab went, oh, absolutely not. And so it's just like, oh, great. So he didn't even fucking get the killer. Sweet. Awesome shit.
I thought it was obvious, so I apologize. I guess I shouldn't have said anything.
I mean, I think people had their suspicions. I know that Luke was definitely like, that's kind of what I thought.
Well, the other part of it is that the murders were committed with the murder was committed with a knife, and motherfucker never took out a knife.
Doesn't mean that he, well, doesn't mean that he necessarily didn't do it.
That's true.
It may not necessarily be his standard modus operandi, but that doesn't mean that person who uses a gun isn't also capable of using a knife.
Fair.
But, yeah, some sketchy shit has been going down. Hopefully at some point these kids will get a break and get to go back to their Breeze home and decorate it.
Who'd have thunk sketchy shit going down in D&D?
I mean, yeah, you know? Right? Where am I? I'm right where I need to be.
Where
Sweet.
are any of us?
Let's not get existential. But yeah, so it's going to be interesting getting into that tomorrow. I'm so happy about the drama that these kids are facing. I love drama. Like,
I'm glad somebody likes the drama.
I mean, never would have guessed.
But these kids have dealt with a lot, and they're not done. They're going to be dealing with a lot continued going on further. So that's the direction I want to go in. Okay, sweet. That's a waterfall. But yes, I am excited to continue on with the adventures of traumatizing children.
Yes. Again, what a surprise in D&D.
Lydia, you want to be quicker on the draw, maybe? You know? I actually never encountered that event in Skyrim. There's a lot in Skyrim. Like, something that I will absolutely give them credit for is they put a tremendous amount of detail into this game. And they let a lot of things be very living, so to speak. It feels very immersive. It feels very much like there is, in fact, a world that you are exploring. What? Okay. Sorry, I was just distracted by noises. The problem is that they put so much in that it became a buggy piece of shit. Hello, random person walking around.
I don't know if the amount of stuff in it is why it's buggy, but understandable.
A good death?
I mean, Bethesda, that's a good start.
Yeah, I just mean like Bethesda's the reason, not the fact that they put a lot in the game.
Why do you wish to die?
My time has come. I am old. Too old to become chief. It would be wrong for me to take wives at this age. So I will die.
This voice sounds familiar.
It's given me a vision of a glorious death. I am to wait here until it finds me.
I
As
think
you can see, it has not yet arrived.
I think it might be a Dragon Age person, but anyway.
Let me see who voices the orcs in Skyrim.
You don't look that old to me. Certainly you're still a strong, capable warrior.
Indeed, one should find his death while he can still call himself a proper man. We orc men are not like these Nords and Imperials who carry on until they are gray and feeble and their hair falls out. To cling to something past its usefulness is unseemly. How much more so when that thing is you?
Well, it's a little... It seems there's no talking you out of this.
You should leave. I don't want you scaring off my good death.
I don't want to kill you. Like, this game seems to be implying that I should kill him or attack him or something, but like...
He's only there so you can fight him and kill him. If you don't want to kill him, just leave him be.
Yeah.
No, but orc bad, though.
No, he wants to die because he knows he's too old, and the way he wants to go out is in a blaze of glory. So he's like, I'm just waiting for a really strong adventurer to come kill me.
Okay.
And not even just kill him, but like, fight to the death.
Massacre him. Just straight
No, like
up.
fight him to the death. Give him a good listen.
Good death. Then you can leave.
I respect it.
Perhaps
I
I could give
respect
you
it
the
in
death.
that like warriors are like, I want to go out in a blaze of glory and not just die of old age.
Yes, I am sure I will give you a good death.
We shall see.
Make sure you save.
I did.
Okay, good. I don't remember what level these guys are.
Oh, he's dead. He had a lockpick. That's useful. Alright, we just killed an orc. You good with that? Alright.
What's this we you're referring to?
Lydia was helping. I was looking at her when I said it, so I was clearly talking to her. Why don't you pay attention, you freak? You freak?
Freak.
You sick freak. What was the way that fucking Aaron says that?
You fucking freak! You're a freak!
You fucking freak! You're a freak!
Boy.
And I guess I may as well save now that I've killed him. Why not? But... Anyway, where was I before I decided to murder Orkman? Yeah. That's fine. Yeah. But yes, these kids have been through a lot. I'll say that. I mean, obviously, from everything that we've been talking about, surely it's obvious by this point that these poor kids have had enough shit to deal with, and we're not done.
I mean, it's only just begun.
Gotta give them some amount of break, though. Too much depressing shit is gonna make it hard. I got... Basically, after trying to wreck my brain on how to continue from here, I actually have a great idea of how to get y'all to have another little camping trip.
Nice. I'm gonna wait until I recover from this fucking saber cat attacking the fuck out of me.
When you pet your cat and they accidentally scratch you.
Okay, but...
I mean...
Also, I figured out, I looked it up, the voice actor for the male orcs in Skyrim is Noah Nelson.
Okay. That name, unfortunately, does not ring a bell, but...
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's a lot on his list here, but... He voiced Madara Uchiha in Naruto Shippuden.
Huh.
I'm just chomping while I wait for her health to recover.
Chomp.
Yes. As one does.
Yeah.
For all of the people, like our friend Luke, he also voices Blackout in Transformers. Autobots, Decepticons, Transformers, the game.
I see.
But yeah, so... Orcs.
Yes.
I like orcs.
I mean, so
You know-
I've seen.
Don't you have the mod to make them bowed?
Big and strong. Yeah.
Bowed.
I got the mod that makes orc men and women just slightly bigger models than all the other races, because it's like there really should be more variation in the models. I would love to see like really thinner, like not thinner, but like taller, mainly elves, like more gaunt,
Just
and
stretch
then
'em
like
out.
big muscly orcs. Like I think that there could be some weaker looking orcs. Like specifically, there are some storylines around that, but like orcs in general just being bigger would be so much cooler.
Oh yeah.
Because they already have slight variations. Like, I've noticed Imperials and Bretons are much shorter than Nords, and I'm like, that is clever. I like that.
You like them big and muscly, do you?
Just the orcs.
Yeah. Was there ever any doubt?
Let's go back
I
to
have
this.
two modes. Big, strong orc man, or tiny, scrawny wizard boys.
Or big, strong orc women.
True.
Yeah. I am very gay.
I mean, yes. And we love you for it.
Yes.
Yay!
You bring the gay that we all desperately need.
Yes.
I still love the... You've now, like, officially declared that unless it's stated otherwise, pretty much everyone in the class is just canonically bisexual.
Yeah, everybody in the game, it's like, it's better to just assume that they're bi before that they're straight or gay.
Hell
That's
yeah.
usually
Just in
my
case.
assumption, too.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. I think that helps not only in terms of, in the sense of, let's just say a player wanted to have their character start a relationship with that character. It's not going to be like, oh, sorry, I'm not interested in you because I'm this way.
Right.
But like, in the instances where it's like, well, the player characters are gay, then whichever character that they end up getting with is also gay. You know what I mean?
The fucking moon. Oh my god, sorry.
The moon.
Fly me
It's
to the
falling.
moon so I can kick its fucking ass. What was the rest of that?
Show it what I
learned
learned
in
in my
my-
moon jujutsu class.
My moon jujitsu class. In other words, kill that bitch.
See, I was trying to come up with a rhyme that would involve a chair breaking into glass.
Well, there's someone actually wrote. That's why we're memeing it. Is someone actually wrote that lyric?
That's fair. see, again, you're on top of your modern meme game.
I'm not. And the only reason why I know it
It's
is
different-
because Gab shared it.
I get all my memes from my cousins on my text chat. Let me check the memes in the text chat real quick.
I get all my memes from the early aughts, so. And anything else that's filled in is from other people poisoning my mind.
Poisoning.
Here's a meme I can share with you guys. It's a tweet. It says, "Murder me in the library of an old Victorian house during a thunderstorm, or don't waste my time."
Ah!
That was the sound of the murder.
Wow. Ooh. Nice. Sorry, Sabercat came launching at my face.
As they do.
At least it's not an owlbear. At least we could tame those, apparently.
Owlbears in Skyrim would be so cool.
What the? Oh, you're a wolf.
What in the hell?
Huh.
Wait.
What?
Is this from my No, this can't be from my school. Okay, I keep getting job recruitment emails, but for some reason my brain told me that this was from like my old college. I'm like, why is my college sending me job opportunities that aren't even at the school? I got very confused for a second. It's fine. Everything's fine.
I mean, technically, the whole point of school is to supposedly prepare you for getting a job.
Oh no, they definitely did. I just like because they also had a thing like the job center, you know, like a lot of colleges will. And they like try to help you find jobs, but I haven't been in college for a good long while, so I was like, why would they be emailing me?
Yeah.
I'm just getting a bunch of people being like, we have this great opportunity for you, and I'm like, I'm in the middle of a project. No.
Not today, Satan.
Not today, Satan. Let's see.
But I almost feel kind of bad for poor Curtis because he's been bumped around by pretty much every single potential crush he's had.
Yeah.
Started with Tycho, who unfortunately I don't think quite registered him.
Yeah, no, he realized it. I'll even tell you guys candidly, it's one of those things where Curtis in that moment is like, he realizes that the moment he had a crush on her was when he realized, oh no, I already know she's a hyperactive, like, child, essentially, but she's also extremely smart, and that's the part that he really admires. So the crush was the only crush he had until seeing Owen, and then being flirted with by Ophelia, and he's like, ah, good, the other intelligent classmates.
Oh no, I have a type.
And a little closer to my age.
Yeah.
But then, yeah.
Like, even in the first game, I had Curtis having a crush on Tycho being a thing where he was never going to act on it. Mm-hmm. He would just be nervous around her, being like, I'm extremely awkward and don't want to talk to you.
Because the funny thing is, like, that was how I was having, that's how I wrote down Owen's crush on Curtis. That just like, I find this person appealing, but I'm not going to act on it to save my life because I know it's not going to happen.
But then it did.
Yeah.
Kind of did a little.
Yeah.
Not that he predicted it.
But again, it's not helped that Ophelia started off by flirting with him in a deliberate attempt to try and machinate a really awful, toxic situation where she was originally going to, like, get him to the point of lovesickness and then dump him as cruelly as possible.
No, but she's a great person.
She was a bad person then. She's gotten better. But that's the point. It's a character flaw thing. Oh, yeah. That was the whole point, is that she had been badly burned and embarrassed by a crush that she had that turned out to be not what she thought it was. Uh-huh. And so she was trying to basically reject the part of herself that would ever open up to caring for another person like that by putting it onto Curtis. And then, after a point, she was like, wait, one, I'm kind of falling for someone else, and two, I don't want to do this to Curtis. I feel bad now. So she kind of passed off on... Thankfully, I don't think he ever found out that was her intent. I don't think she even told anyone. The most that she ever told Evelyn and Diane was basically, I need to work something out here, I guess, basically. But, she basically gave the, you deserve you know, you're actually she did the "you're a wonderful friend" speech, but like it was genuinely like I've really enjoyed getting to know you. You are a good person, and you helped me through a very difficult time just by being your sweet self. So thank you for that, and I really, really hope that you find, you know, happiness. And that was her way of literally kind of backing off the, okay, I'm not going to flirt with him anymore. I'm not going to tease him like this. But then, Owen died.
Yeah.
Owen died, and Curtis got so mad he joined an investigation team to figure out whether or not he was dead.
Yeah, and it's even worse because, okay, the night before Owen died, there was this big karaoke party because they needed a party to kind of just de-stress after a very difficult week. And then, and at that party, Owen and Curtis ended up having a connection because
They hit it off a little.
Hit it off a little bit. Owen basically did a sort of like, ooh, what is that?
That's one word for it.
He did a song. He did a karaoke song related to War of the Worlds, and it was because I mean, of course, Griffin's an extra little shit and loves War of the Worlds. But
I'm so happy with Sean's reaction to that.
yes, just like immediately on the spot, someone else who knows.
Yes.
And basically they had a nice, you know, evening, getting to kind of express that they like each other, not like each other, but that they like each other.
It's like, why haven't we hung out more?
Yeah.
And
Wink,
then
wink, nudge, nudge.
and then Owen dies.
Yeah, well, that was just say, like, well, this is my last night of being alive, or possibly even existing. Might as well at least see if there could have potentially have been something there.
Yikes.
Yeah.
And then he immediately decided that no, there could never have been anything there. So, and then it was a surprise to him when Curtis was like, but I'm upset now, though.
Mm-hmm.
So it turned out to not be what he thought it was, and we have now actually caught Curtis up to date on all of that.
Yeah.
I still love that Owen has been suspicious of Ophelia's intent with Curtis this entire time.
Oh,
Actually,
yeah.
straight up accused her of, like, I don't even know, you never even really clarified what it was you were doing with Curtis.
Yeah. You're just...
Don't go sending the okay?
He was not happy, either way.
No, he was not happy with what it was that she was doing. Oh, cool. I can just, that's not what I wanted to take. I'm just gonna take money, though. Gonna get rid of that weapon I just took, because that's not what I wanted to do. Just drop that back. Just throw it back on the table, that's fine.
Threw it on the ground.
Oh. Hello.
Need something?
No, I'm good. I'm just, you know, creepily stalking over you.
What now?
Nothing! I'm walking past you. It's fine.
I'm walking.
I'm walking
Nothing
it
to
anyway.
worry about.
So now Curtis knows actually that Owen is technically kind of alive because he's been moved into a warforged body, and of course that whole thing was a fun, dramatic reveal.
Mm-hmm.
And there's gonna be fallout from all of that reveal. I do still love, I'm gonna say this, I love that as soon as you described what Weldon was doing in terms of his magic show, I immediately called you out for the Greatest Showman reference.
Oh, of course.
Like, I knew as soon as you were like, it's like, you know, figures from, like, different kinds of animals, all light show on the walls, and I was like, all right, Barnum.
I literally I did an animatic too. Like, listen. Yes.
I did listen, and that's why I knew.
Yep.
Where am I?
Where are
Again, good question.
Maybe I'm headed in the right direction. Who knows? I certainly don't. Have I been here? I don't think no, I wouldn't have been here. A hat? That's a hat? That's a terrible hat! But yeah, so there's gonna be, oh, hello. That's a guard, cool. But yeah, there were a lot of beautiful moments. Oh, including one of the classmates. So, two of the other classmates also managed, I guess, to get some sort of boon out of the person who read the Book of Exalted Deeds.
Yeah.
One of them now is officially able to become an artificer, it seems. And the other, you said that her stat boost put her strength at 20?
Jesus.
Yeah.
Was that what happened? So, Jay became strong.
Did I tell y'all what Yona got?
No, what did
I
it?
don't think you ever specified.
No.
I can tell you. Both Yona and Jay got bonuses from that as well. Jay rolled getting a bonus to a specific stat. So I chose strength, and I just decided to max it out for her. That would make the most sense since she's got no other levels and stuff. Yona is now immune to being blind, deafened, paralyzed. I can't remember the specifics, but it's like immune to those status effects, which I think is perfect considering she was almost fucking taken over by hags.
Yeah. It does work out.
So, I will also say, Jay, being the target, the object of one of our team members' affection, poor Ken, who has been struggling with issues of intimacy, emotional intimacy especially, I guess, but also physical. And there's been an ongoing slow burn dynamic between the two of them. Decided to show how strong she was by deciding to pick up Ophelia. With her consent, but still, she's like, yeah, let me show you how strong I am. And then apologized to Scout, who was standing right there. And Ophelia, as soon as she caught on what it was that Jay was doing, is like, oh, sure, sweet. Yes, lift me, baby. And Jay, in fact, did so. And of course, so Ophelia was immediately like, well, if I wasn't swooning before.
Yes.
Scout was just like, please put my girlfriend down.
Give her back.
Please give her back.
I want to lift Ophelia.
Get stronger, bitch.
He's a wizard. He just banished a dark fate thing to another world.
Yeah, but he can't pick up his girlfriend.
He can try. He hasn't even tried.
This is where his training begins.
Ooh. I'm just taking shit. It doesn't matter if this belongs to me or anything. I'm just... Ooh, salt.
That's the mark of being an adventurer.
I can't move at all because my inventory is too full. I'm taking everything.
That is the nature of the game, yes. Oh,
Yeah.
the guards are... Oh my god. I did not notice that there was a a fucking cat person lying on the fucking ground. That was a startle. God. And yes, I am picking up things because fuck you.
Yes.
I think I picked up... Yeah, I don't need these. I'll just
Picking up
drop
things
those.
specifically to spite Griffin.
Yeah, at this point.
I'm just saying it'll come back to bite you.
Is there nothing else in here? There's just the fucking guard? Okay. But yeah, no, Scout needs to get on Jay's level. I mean, you know, get a weirdly divine boost. Ooh. From a god that technically is not a god of that world, but is literally the creator of that world.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know.
You could call her a god, but it's better to describe her as a different kind of entity, because once you start conflating gods and goddesses with the characters of the pantheon, you start wondering, well, why aren't they like this, and why don't they do this? It's like they're on completely different levels.
Oh shit!
Oh shit, they're on completely different levels.
Well.
I mean, bound to happen eventually.
I mean,
One per stream.
Look. But these... Oh, Asparagus. Skyrim? You good?
Oh no.
Is it ever?
That's fine. I'm fine. That's fine. I'm fine. It's okay.
How
I'm
far
okay.
back did it send you?
Well, it was nighttime.
Oh. I mean, fair.
Oh, fuck!
I mean, on the bright side, you saved after killing that spider, so you won't have to do that again.
Stop moving!
Just have to deal with the cat again, that's all.
That was a very long slide, cat. Okay.
It's a drama queen.
Cats are.
Yeah.
But yeah, I still love the potential ongoing theme of, like, as soon as anyone does anything with Scout, he just is like, oh, I want to do that with her.
I don't want it to be like a continuous thing. I just thought it was cute.
Oh yeah, no.
Jealous boyfriend.
See, and like I said, there's going to be potentially a snippet of that in the upcoming thing that I'm working on. I still need to poke Justin about a line for that. But, like I said, I'm not going to turn it into an actual ongoing joke kind of thing. That
No, of course. No, yeah.
I'm not going to insist on that, but just like, why does everyone...
I agree that it's cute.
He just wants to do more with his girlfriend.
He has the time now.
Yeah?
Yeah, and proximity. Like, they're not divided by being in two completely different worlds. That has an impact on how much you can touch your girlfriend, it turns out.
Yeah, funny that.
Yeah, I mean, for all of the issues that, say, for example, Owen might have with Curtis or Ken might have with Jay, at least they generally exist in the same world.
Well, I mean, Owen can't experience touch anymore, but...
He can experience touch, it just won't be human touch.
I mean, he literally can't feel anything.
I disagree with that notion, but I also understand what you're trying to get at.
Yeah. The boy is physically numb.
He's a metal boy.
Exactly.
But
I don't think it's fair to assume that Warforged can't, like, feel physical things.
I mean, like, I imagine they can move them, but in terms of, like, sensory feedback, I imagine it's minimal at most.
Well, that's...
Considering they have no nerve endings.
But,
It's
okay,
magic, my dude.
it's magic, yeah. Like, you're going off of the wrong logic here. They're not
Well, let me
actually...
see. I'm gonna Google
I'm a
it.
neuroscientist. I can't help it, okay?
I'm gonna Google it. I'm gonna see what people say about Warforged in an official D&D capacity, and we'll go with it.
Do it, you coward.
Let's see.
What do you mean,
hey,
coward?
I'm not the coward. I'm not the person who says their character can't feel anything. Coward.
I feel like that's just Owen coming out and being like, I can't feel anything anymore. That's why I'm not sad that I can't
became
be...
a robot, so I wouldn't have to feel heartbreak anymore, and it's not working.
God.
Let
I
me see.
became
I mean,
Ruby.
what's part of it? Primarily, it was trying to save everyone's asses.
No, primarily it was because he was a bitter little fuck who was whining about not being useful enough.
That was part of it too. But again, primarily to save people's lives.
No! God, fuck!
Well, I've so far figured out that Warforged cannot become vampires, so there's that.
There's a start.
They don't have blood, so...
Yeah. Nor
Warforged
do they
has
hunger.
the capacity to feel emotion. A Warforged can feel joy or sorrow, but they can't smile, and in my opinion, they can't cry. Okay.
Yeah, so they can feel emotionally. There is sentience there.
Because, like, it's not to say that he won't be able to take damage and still feel it. I think that you could probably tank more damage than you could as, like, human Owen. But, like, if you're cut in half, you're gonna feel that.
Oh yeah,
in
he'll,
Yeah.
like
some
he'll sense
capacity.
that there's something up, but I'm not sure
Yeah.
if like physical pain responses are a thing. Like
I
pain
think-
or pleasure are the main like focus here.
Can Warforged feel physical pain? They have no blood. That's
Yeah.
the first answer.
Thanks, wizards.
I love that that's literally what I said before. They have no blood. It's like, can they feel physical
He
pain?
has no
They have no
blood.
blood.
I have no blood, and I must.
They can bleed or feel pain is up to the player, since pain does not affect gameplay at all.
There you go. There
What
you
the
fucking
fuck?
go.
No, that's not an official source. I'm reading a D&D article from 3 years ago. No, Reddit post from 3 years ago. This is not. Don't say "there you go" while I'm researching. you little
Wizards
shit.
of the Coast have actually put any clarifying statements regarding
I'm
the
looking
sensory
for it.
stimuli of Warforged.
I'm looking for it.
So I will say, like, ultimately, I think it's a combination of your call, Gab, as well as Griffin's in terms of, like,
Characterization and stuff.
characterization. Like, if he's chosen to make sure that there's nothing that he can physically feel. Because I could see that almost being, like, similar to Madoka Magica, the whole if you don't think about it, you don't feel the pain.
Yeah.
Oh, and became Sayaka.
Yeah,
mean,
basically. Actually,
Would be the
that's
first character of
really...
mine who did-
She's actually kind of... That's kind of apt, all things considered.
That's
Also,
sort of
hello.
What happened to the magician?
Well, anyway,
God.
but yeah, no, there's that's a potential thing. Like, it could just be that the way that he built it and the way that he did the soul binding and all of that could have just made it so that he doesn't feel physical sensation as much.
Yeah.
That he can tell that he's damaged, but it's not the same thing as, like, actual nerve sensation. So I think that's a valid thing, but again, that's your call, Kat.
Yeah.
Right. Love this Reddit. Warforged having sex? It's a question. No
Like-
judgment,
No, it's a
please.
statement.
Asking this question in all seriousness. No judgment, please.
Yeah. Like, what slash fix? I don't know what you're talking about.
First answer. They could if their creator endowed them with the right equipment.
Yeah?
I mean, that's just it. Every one of them is made for a purpose. If that is the intended purpose, then, you know.
Basically, did you include it with a vibrator? So...
Someone
I-
said
that-
I imagine it would be like using adult toys.
Yeah, I mean,
Can-
yeah, which
someone
is sort
answered
of
the-
fucked up, if you
Someone
think about
answered
it.
the question with the question, can Warforged feel pleasure and pain? That's what we're trying to answer! Laughing at you, little shit.
Just Chiharu in the back. I'm not giving up on this just yet.
Let's see. Please.
For some reason, I don't think that Chiharu's main interest is whether or not they can have sex. Lydia, don't get in my way! Lydia!
It's mostly the, like, emotional, and then, like, you know.
Oh yeah, I know.
It's way less about sex than anything, but I'm trying to find anybody answering this fucking question. Because everyone's like, oh yeah, they can definitely feel emotional pain. Like, that's not what I'm asking! Can I make them hurt? Physically, with a knife.
Witch? What, there's a witch? Oh, there's a witch.
Oh, there's
Well, now we know what your priorities are, Gab.
What? It's fine.
But then again, once more, we've been new.
I know that Warforged can feel pain, get damaged. Alright, well, I'm gonna say that you're probably right in that he can't feel the physical pain. Like, let's just say it's under Sayako rules, where, I want to say, like, let's just say it's, like, it's numbed. Everything is numbed. But if it gets to the point where you're feeling pain, where on a meta level, you're down to, like, 1 HP, you're gonna start feeling something. Whether or not it is pain, it's gonna be pain-like.
Yeah, I imagine it'll be like basically
Soul
a sense
pain.
of like a lack of control or sustainability in that situation. Sort of like
Yeah.
an exacerbated, you know, version of like the feeling when you're about to pass out, but with more discomfort integrated in it.
Yeah. I will say, Sean is in the background, and so I just looked in the chat, and Jane just said, "Can Owen hurt physically?"
Hello, Jane.
Oh, it's in the chat?
Yeah, I don't
No,
see
in our
Jane or
no, in our side chat.
Oh.
Okay.
Sean is talking with Jane and Luke.
I see.
Well, I'm talking to you two.
Yes. Tell them we say hello.
I will not.
Fair enough.
Oh, now I'm sad.
John, Griffin, and Lord say
That
hi.
is also a mood.
Hi guys.
Hello.
Hi. Oh, God, I just fucking... What did I do? Why did I do that? Why did I kick a bone?
Why did you kick a bone? Why would you do that?
Because the old man came rolling home.
Stop.
Never. I refuse,
Understandable.
flat out.
Oh.
It was worth a shot.
Yes. I will not be silenced. The world must know.
I can mute you.
This is true.
You
I will
can't
not be
mute the
silent.
truth.
I can. Blocks.
Oh.
My word.
What?
No, it's just...
What? What is lore?
What? You want to go?
You wanna
Wanna
fucking go?
I'm right here. Come at me. Yes. That. Yeah, understandable, Laura.
Well, anyway,
It just showed up on screen for me.
But yeah, no, just thinking. This is a very interesting discussion about whether or not Warforged can fucking feel.
Yeah.
It's an interesting concept because, I mean, it's interesting enough that, like, they have a robot race in a fantasy setting and you have to reconcile that those two things can happen.
Yeah.
So-
Eberron's a pretty cool setting.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I guess it's like Owen can choose whether or not that he feels
Shutting out pain receptors.
Curtis's
Which I feel like-
touch.
Oh.
I mean, I imagine like it's more of a fact. It's less that he has control over it, and more the fact that he is a young boy who spent several years, being physically unable to do too terribly much, and over that time, shoddily managing to put together something that could pass for a body. Like maybe, I imagine this is probably much the same for like regular Warforged as well, but also more that like some stuff will not transfer over fully in the process of the soul push. Some of that including like physical, like sensory feedback.
Yeah. It's a different type of body.
Yeah. So shit that isn't like necessary to keep things in motion won't carry over. So pleasure, pain, those kinds of things, they're not there. And
The
again,
physical part of it, yeah.
yeah, and the thing is, like, because he was already sort of fucked
Oh.
over in general, I imagine he sees that as somewhat of a
no.
blessing, because he was in constant pain while he was alive, and in terms of like just the pleasures of life, because of his disease, he couldn't, really get-
indulge.
Yeah, so it's no big loss in his eyes.
I get that. How you doing over there, Lore?
She's having a gay old time. That's a hell of a name, too. Giant frostbite spider.
Well, I am dead.
Yeah.
That's okay. I did say it was there's the autosave going into this. I think that I'm going to change out to that. There we go. Alright, sorry.
No worries.
I think I had a train of thought at some point. I got derailed by a giant spider.
Fair.
Understandable. Spiders tend to do that, especially the giant ones.
Mm-hmm.
What? No! Die! You are a rat.
You are rat.
Leave Ramsey alone.
Look. God, So, hey guys, never ADHD because it's this.
Yeah.
Just as like a warning, don't ADHD, not even once. You
say that like it's a choice.
Yes, that's the joke. Christ. Anyway. So anyway, the ship will live. I declare that. I know Chiharu does.
It will be
can't help.
interesting. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry? No, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say it will be interesting to see how things
Oops.
develop in that regard concerning the Curtis Owen dynamic moving forward.
Yep.
Yes.
It'd be very easy for someone to get kidnapped and have to go rescue him or something like that.
Oh boy.
Pretty romantic too. I'm just
you,
saying.
you know,
It would be so easy.
You know, as you were saying that, getting kidnapped and then have his clothes come off, I don't know.
I mean, if he happened to catch on fire a little bit, I mean, well, then we have to just roll around, you know, just
God.
These are minors. Anyway, moving on.
Oh, I missed this before. Goat hide. I missed this. So it's a good thing I died.
Owen voice. It's a good thing I
I
died.
think it's good that she died.
I think it's good she died.
It's very sad, but it had to happen.
Yes.
Oh God, that reminds me though.
Gabrus, we better get a move on.
When I was doing the Galacon stuff earlier, and I was doing the canny voice, I said something, and then my brain went, "Oh no!" I could read like the fucking Dr. Coomer lines in my canny voice, and it fits her so well.
Well, I mean, you've got an opportunity now.
Gordon, I'm full.
Nothing
Gordon,
ventured,
I
nothing
need
gained.
Spices.
Yes, that was going to be the next one I asked for.
What's another one?
Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Look, Gordon, ropes.
Look, Gordon, ropes. We can use these to help me, Gordon.
See, again, like, because that's also pretty much the Katessa voice, and now I'm just seeing.
Oh, my voices are the same.
No.
I'm just saying,
No,
like,
no,
it
no,
reminds
yeah.
me of the Katessa voice, and now I'm just seeing.
Yeah,
Because,
because it's a higher register.
Just,
It's just-
I'm still. I love the idea of Mama Katessa trying to relate to the kids and just like familiarizing herself with the Maymays.
She's gonna try.
She will. I mean, she wants to get to know them better.
It's
Yep.
like,
She's like, I've been under the ground for a few hundreds of years, almost 1,000. Why don't you
like-
tell me about all the memes?
well, broskies, I gotta bounce on yo boy's dick. Ha, got him. Dab.
Haha, got him. Dab on the haters.
Fuck.
But I even love that technically when you're doing that voice, that's similar to how I do, like, my motherly-esque voice when I'm not olding it up for Toriel. It's like, oh, well, nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Yeah, it's that type of, like, inflection that works so well.
Very Snow White.
It's almost... There's Snow White?
I mean, like, mature Snow White.
I was gonna say, Snow White was 14.
Yeah.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained. But it's almost like there's a reason I cast you as Nelly or something.
I mean,
Go sit here and regen my health a little bit. But, yeah, no, oh god. I was gonna talk about more stuff related to Modem, because I like talking about Modem, especially on stream, it turns out, but I start watching, yes, please, watch the Half-Life VR, where the AI is aware.
yeah, please look it up. It's
Is-
done by
Do
Wayne
yourself a
Radio
favor.
TV. The videos on Wayne's YouTube channel are basically highlights of the whole streams. Do yourselves a favor, watch them. They're in 9 parts, I believe.
Yeah.
They're utterly fantastic. Again, I think we can all attest best comedy series of 2020.
Mm-hmm. I continuously quote it. It's so good.
Same.
I'm very happy that you took everyone in Monum through that.
It's one of those things where when I become obsessed with something, I can't help but drag people around me into it. And if I don't end up dragging people into it, I just enjoy it myself. But it was one of those, like, finally I'll mention it's like, hey, we should all watch this together, and you get a yes, and you're like, yes, get obsessed with it with me.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I've been. There's a bunch of shit I've been putting up watching.
Oops.
Up until recently that I'm happy I finally got out of the way. Some of it has been with mixed results, but all in all,
At least you watched it.
Yeah, exactly. Like the first one recently was the new She-Ra. I finished watching the rest of the seasons of that, and I am very glad I did.
I still need to watch that.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend it. The next one was fucking the new Voltron, and I think I've already explained to you my grievances with that one. But again,
Yep.
I can say I watched it now. And the other day I was talking with a friend, and they recommended I work my way through the newer, not the new one, but the newer Thundercats. And I guess it's a trend of me watching Americanime remakes of old action figure commercial 80s cartoons.
I guess so.
God, oh, what was it like the other day? Laura and I saw this this video clip of like 80s He-Man or 80s She-Ra taken out of context. That's what it was. The dumbest shit is like, what if this is a mistake? You're a mistake. Like, God damn, dude.
Amazing.
Fucking chill.
Can you chill?
Like, I mean, there's such a rich tapestry of insults out there, and yet, like, there's some that are so simplistic yet effective, like calling someone a mistake. It just cuts so deep.
Yeah, exactly.
You're a
It's
mistake.
different.
Oh.
Yeah.
The fucking shocked Pikachu ass face that Bo had after that. So good. And like, I think the other part of it for me is that like I didn't grow up watching He-Man or She-Ra or Voltron or any of those shows that have gotten remakes like in recent years. So I guess it's like me sort of taking the initiative to finally familiarize myself with them and see them hopefully putting their best foot forward. Because I mean, the newer Voltron wasn't great, but at least it was better in some ways, at least, than 80s Voltron. So, you know, one step forward, one step back, I suppose.
One step
Yeah.
forward, one step back.
Yeah.
Another day, another dollar, they say. Haha.
Wait! Oh, you're alive. Oh, thank goodness.
Sorry, it's just because of the lag. Oh, first of all, that was a fantastic flight of the spider there, but I see you like unpause. Like, wait, oh, you're alive, thank goodness, and then you set fire to the spider.
Oh, you're alive!
I wanted to finish you off myself.
New He-Man. I think they're working on that, aren't they?
Yeah, I think I forget who mentioned it in our group, but yeah, they got a new He-Man cartoon in the works with Mark Hamill and Kevin Conroy providing a couple of the voices.
Nice. And yeah, the early 2000s reboot of He-Man was an experience. I think they missed the point a little bit, though.
I was unaware that was even a thing. God. Trying to think what other things of oh yeah, another remake that's caught my eye, mainly because of nostalgia, and looking back I can see that's purely what it is for whatever reason they decided to remake Destroy All Humans. Which is It was one of my favorite games. The Destroy All Human games were some of my favorite games on the PS2 when I was a kid. And I've been... I recently downloaded the demo. See if it might be worth my shot, because it's only like half price. It's like $30, which, I mean, you know, first of all, like, some of the humor has not aged well. I'll say that, especially like, well, I mean, like, more so for the later Destroy All Human games than the first one. But they also even put a disclaimer at the start of the demos, like, they phrase it, you know, punnily, but basically they say, like, this is a remake of a game, and some things are gonna be different and maybe not be the best for modern sensibilities, so keep that in mind. So, at the very least, they put a disclaimer there.
Yeah.
But the other part of it is, like, one, I try to play games on controllers as much as possible because I've never been a fan of playing games on the mouse and keyboard. And I have two controllers. One of them is a Steam controller. The other is a USB SNES controller. And operating the camera with the Steam controller is a bit of a chore. So that spoiled my experience with the demo a little. And I realized that's entirely my fault because it was designed primarily for an Xbox controller.
Yeah.
The second part is, and I'll preface this, I'm not a frame rate snob. I have never in my life been a frame rate snob, but the frame rate for the cutscenes on my version of the demo was just, like, noticeable enough that it was unpleasant. And I think that it doesn't help that I had all the graphics set up to ultra, you know?
Yeah.
But I figure if I'm going to be playing a remake of a game, I'm going to be trying to play it as best as I can. And so after I played the demo, I went ahead and downloaded the latest NVIDIA...
Driver.
Thank you. Yeah, driver. So I might try the demo again later, see if that helped any. But I figure, like, if I am going to buy the full game, I'll probably have to change some shit around in terms of controls and stuff, because that felt like a bit of a chore.
Completely understandable.
Sorry for going quiet on you. There was just an intense fight there that I was not expecting.
I mean, yeah, understandable, all things considered. I almost went to the crypto voice. Understandable, all things considered.
Anyway, unfortunately, as a result of that, I missed what it was you were saying. Hey, excuse me!
Basically, I tried the Destroy All Humans remake demo.
Right.
I might consider getting it, but some shit needs to change with how I handle controls and shit.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Man.
Also, I think I took a book that I didn't want to take. I did.
Well, that sounds like a you problem.
It is a me problem, and I'm rectifying that problem now. Just trying to see what else I need to see here. Cool. Alright. But yeah, sorry, I found a coven, including a hag.
Yeah.
Funny how that works out.
Huh. Is that thing gonna attack me if I open the gate?
What thing?
The thing that looks like a radioactive Groot.
The Spriggan, if you let it out, yeah.
It'll attack me?
Most likely.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind and probably not do that until I've taken care of some shit.
Looks like it's got a bit of a termite problem. A green, pulsing, radioactive termite problem.
Yeah, that's common.
Where's the other witch that was here? There was another... Oh, wait. Yeah, there she is. I already looted her. Wait. There's another one. Well, I'll loot her later, I guess.
I guess. Hello, Goldie. No, you, came just in the nick of time for us to continue doing stream.
I mean, I will say we're about... Excuse me, Lydia. Thank you.
We probably aren't too terribly far off from winding down for the evening, but, you know, we're still currently in the midst of things.
We're still here.
Yes.
Oh, it doesn't want to attack.
Oh, well,
It
that's
just
good.
wants to escape.
Yeah.
Oh, neat.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Oh, it just wants to leave. Oh, well then let me help you leave.
Yeah.
There you go. You okay? Do you need help?
It's been locked up in a cage, so probably not.
Aw. I helped it get away.
Yeah.
That's actually really wholesome. I had a cave where I had to keep fighting Spriggans because they hate me.
I have no idea why.
Well, they're forest protectors, so if you go into, like, because I was in a cave trying to retrieve someone's helmet, so obviously I was encroaching on their territory, and they were like, kill the intruder, and I'm like, no, I'm sorry. So in this case, it makes sense why it's not just aggro. I just assumed she would be aggro.
Ah,
Yeah. Excuse me, Lydia. So, I mean, that's just it. I live by... I mean, if it was going to attack me, it was going to attack me, but I actually live by the philosophy of... you know, assume the best, be prepared for the worst, and, you know, don't be... Oh, yeah.
Don't be stupid.
I mean, the other part of it is that most fucking high fantasy RPG protagonists aren't exactly Julia Butterfly Hill, so I imagine most forest spirits wouldn't take kindly to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God,
Anyway, I'm just happy that I feel like I did the right thing.
it's weird to think that most people probably don't even remember Julia Butterfly Hill.
I don't know what that is.
She was basically an activist who spent, I believe, 1 or 2 years living in a tree in order to dissuade people from cutting down redwoods in California.
Oh, okay.
Wait,
Yeah.
was this part of a quest? Was this the quest that I was sent on? Might have been, actually. Am I going in a circle again?
Yeah, here it
Might
is. She
be.
spent 738 days between 1997 and 1999 living in a 1500-old redwood.
Cool.
Yeah.
I never knew about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, generally speaking, we're not going to be... You know, the average adventurer is not going to be a friend to the wilderness.
Yeah.
That kind of goes without saying. Okay, which is the way out of here?
Unless you get one of those, like, Fern Gully-centric fantasy stories.
With how much I appreciate pixies and fairies, you just might one day.
I mean...
We
how
just might
much
what?
we just might find ourselves in that kind of story, I think is what she was hinting at.
What kind of story? I'm sorry, again, I was trying
Like a
to...
Fern Gully-centric one.
Yeah, that
And
tracks.
considering how much I appreciate Tim Curry, that would also be a nice treat.
Toxic love.
Exactly.
Correct.
Yes. Correct.
Oh my god, I love Cam. I still want mini Cam.
For the uninitiated, anyone who's unfamiliar, Camazotz is a giant robotic bat constructed by Owen, the artificer of the party, in our D&D campaign, Magic of the Mundane. And literally everyone in the party has fallen for him because he is baby and he is programmed to protect.
He's programmed to be baby.
Yes.
And I still very much insist that we need a handy cam.
Well, what do you think Owen's going to be making Tim for his birthday?
Oh, that's right. That's coming up in 6 days.
Yeah.
Which, of course, by the time we get to it, it'll be like next year at this rate.
Yeah. I mean...
Yikes.
Well, am I... Please, tell me, Gab, am I wrong about the pacing that that we have been going at as of recent?
I mean, I don't understand if that's a bad thing or not.
No, it's not. My remarks... What did I just see?
For a second, I thought you were going to go, what did I just say?
My remarks are less on the pacing in terms of, like, it's very obviously not... We're the ones dragging it out with all of our character drama and personal trauma.
Yeah.
So that's not on you.
Yeah.
My concern always comes out of, is it still fun?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm having a fucking blast.
Yeah, it's like, I know there can definitely be critiques, complaints, whatever you want to call them. I'm always fine with that. But, like, if it's something that's brought up to my attention that could potentially be a bad thing, my brain kind of freezes up and goes, oh, fuck, I fucked it up.
No.
So I apologize for the reaction.
Trust me, if we were no longer having fun with the campaign, you would know.
And we're having a lot of fun with this campaign.
Absolutely.
I'm enjoying the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
And
I'm
that's
glad
why
to
I
hear that,
talk
y'all.
about it every single fucking stream, is because I am enjoying what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm glad for that.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah, no, my remark on the pace, because Sunday has lasted 3 sessions so far. I mean, thankfully we're getting to evening, so maybe next session will be Monday. No, I'm kidding.
Has it really lasted 3 sessions?
Well, there was the morning, which led into freeing Contessa, and that was 1 session. Then we've had this last session, I think, this last session was actually... So, the last 2 sessions have been parting from Contessa to go around town and start telling people about shit, which ended on the cliffhanger of Harris is freed from the hospital. So this last session is still Sunday, is where they discovered Rachel and started, got everyone gathered at the mansion, told them what was going on, and encountered Trudy and the Beast thing, and then kicked the ass of Harris.
Yep.
Right.
So yeah, that's 3 sessions that involved Sunday, although the first one was leading into Sunday from Saturday.
Yeah.
So that's technically 3 sessions. I mean, this next one I think is gonna probably take us out of Sunday at long last. No, I didn't want that.
No, I don't wanna do that.
Take Lantern. I can't get rid of him as it is. Although that is my own fault. Whoa, don't jump out the window. We had this problem already. They're pretty chill with me just taking shit.
Yeah.
That's fine. Anyway, where was I? Well, yes, we will likely be leaving Sunday as of tomorrow. That is most likely what we are looking at. Having problems with stairs, Lydia? Jeez.
Having trouble with stairs? Try the power of fucking flight.
Try falling.
Yes.
No. That was what happened last time.
Having trouble with stairs? Try a Dalek. generally inadvisable to most.
Yeah, don't go for Daleks.
Yeah, they won't take kindly to you. I guarantee it.
I guarantee it.
They're gonna hate the way you live. I guarantee it.
So I'm just chilling.
Thank you, Goldie.
Did I come in at the end again? Huh.
Yeah. Oh no, Goldie said exterminate in the chat.
Oh, that hasn't popped up for me yet. Huh. Well.
Yeah.
Interestingly enough, this is actually a pretty decent-ish stopping point for today anyway.
Yeah, it's right on the dot too. Or rather 5:01, but fuck it.
7 for me, which is we're going by my time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I am looking to hopefully continue doing this every week. I know that that's always the case. I am always trying to do this every week. It always depends on how my health is doing. So again, when I say how much of a difference it makes to me that you guys are... What was that? Oh. Thank you, Shikarian, again!
Hell yeah.
Literally, as I was about to start talking about the kind of difference that it makes to me, being able to do what I'm doing and turn it at least into income enough to cover things like medication, you know, basic daily needs stuff, food, things along those lines. The fact that I can do that is incredible because I know there's always going to be some kind of stigma attached to this. There's always going to be some degree of some people don't try, but I can't do a traditional labor style job, and I would like to do other things, but I am not qualified to do them. And again, it's a complicated thing. Many things that I am insecure about, and I'm sure that there are people out there who would love to feast on that insecurity, but being able to do what I do, being able to produce content, being able to stream, and obviously, like, you know, hanging out with friends, chatting and chilling with you people, and being able to do something that makes other people want to say, yes, please keep doing this, and also, here's a way to continue surviving in this capitalist hellscape that we live in. When I say that it means a lot to me, I mean... literally, it means everything. So, to that effect, I do have a new video coming out tomorrow. It's going to be going up on Sirenia Studios, which should be linked in the description of every last one of my videos, especially the ones that have come out more recently, which are largely just these streamed videos, but new one coming out tomorrow. It's available today to anyone who is a patron. You get early access to all the videos, even if you're just $1 subscribe to me on Patreon. Which, again, another thing that you can find in the links underneath all of my videos. None of this is a requirement. I try to make it sure that this gets emphasized that giving me money is not a requirement. I would still probably be making what I'm making, and I would still probably be doing what I'm doing, you know, regardless of whether or not anyone's handing me money, but it really means, it makes a huge difference to me that I can, you know, focus on this stuff instead of trying to, say, do other kinds of freelance work. I do love doing this. I mean, you know, it's playing video games and making content and having fun and working on projects and stuff like that, but also just, I do love doing what I do, but it's always nice to see that it might have a positive impact for other people as well. Gonna hopefully get back on the ball in terms of creating content, because I've got another thing that's in the works that I will hopefully have available either next week or the week after that. And I'm gonna keep going with that. I've been restructuring some of how I do some of the content that I'm going to be making. Hopefully I will be coming out with more Ballad of Loreley's and Symbolism and Lores coming up soon. And as always, you know, like, I enjoy making content with, say, the people in call with me right now. including, like, that's actually contributing to what's coming up, starting tomorrow, among other things. Well, not tomorrow, starting next thing, but anyway. But this has been fun. I mean, outside of dying, like, twice, at least, at this point, one of which was completely preventable. I did not need to fall off a cliff. That was not necessary, and that was my bad.
Yeah, please don't fall off cliffs.
I generally try not to, but I misread what was going on, so I fell off. But at least it's not a dragon!
True.
I mean, not yet.
Look, don't. I was able to defeat the one, so, like, I don't want to get overconfident, but... Anyway, thank you to everyone who came out to watch today. Thank you for, if you're watching this in the future, thank you for watching this video. I know there's the standard like, comment, and subscribe. I know I explain every time that when you do those things, it actually helps your favorite YouTube creators, because it tells YouTube, hey, I like what this person's doing. Promote it, maybe? But even just, like, I love getting comments because I love reading them, even if I don't always reply. But, like, seeing comments from people, like, oh, what did I see? What was going on here? Why did you do that? How dare you? As long as you're not, throwing hate speech at me. Like, if you do that, do not welcome that.
Yeah.
Those things do help me as well. Obviously, I've already mentioned the support that you can do. If you want to go to ko-fi.com, that's the ko-fi.com/mloreley, which I believe will still be on the screen in the recording here. That's another way if you want to basically give me a tip, I guess, a one-time contribution kind of thing, as opposed to a monthly commitment with Patreon. And gotta run down the ways to support what I'm doing, because it's hard to make money when people don't know where to do it, I guess. But
yeah.
I want to thank those of you who are in call with me. As always, it is lovely to have folks to keep talking when I get distracted by stuff going on in game. And also, I just love hanging out with you guys.
Always a pleasure.
I am looking forward to tomorrow, obviously. But
yes.
Hopefully next week we will have more stories to tell all of you about what's going on in the world of Modem.
Hell yeah.
But next week I will probably be continuing with Skyrim. I might see about digging around in some potential... Because I know that there's actually a game that I backed on Kickstarter that just came out, and I might see about exploring that. Which will be interesting, because I played the demo, and... I mean, it's technically right up my alley, but it's a visual novel. But either way, I will see you guys hopefully next week, and I hope that you guys take care of yourself. Mask up, wash your hands, stay at least 6 feet apart. I recommend stay at home. I know that's not an option for everyone, but if you can, stay at home. Obviously don't wear your mask always, even if it's not a matter of whether you catch it. If you already have it, you won't be passing it on to other people. This is one of those, we're doing it for all together, collectively, to protect one another. But
if you're stepping out the door, wear your fucking mask. If you're collecting your mail, wear your fucking mask. If you're picking up a pizza, wear your fucking mask.
And I would even say, like, what I'm even doing as of late is I'm putting on my face covering, which is actually more closed circuit than your standard mask, standard face mask. But even when I'm just opening the door to, like, get delivery for something, like I get my groceries delivered, for example. So, but yeah, mask up, take care of yourselves, try to make sure that you're, drinking plenty of water, do your homework.
Go to bed.
I don't care about homework. Your teachers might, but homework to me feels like an exercise in just controlling your afternoons and evenings more than it is actually teaching you anything. But anyway, that's my controversial
opinion. Not to do it, just that it's something to put up with while you're working your way through school.
Yeah. So, I will see you guys next week, where you guys get to see me continue failing at Skyrim, or something else even. But thanks again for joining me. Thank you guys, Griffin and Gab and Call.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
And I will see you guys next time.
Take care, everyone.
See y'all later.